You also have to look at the rhetoric coming from the front runner in the presidential campaign. This is a man who in rallies has told the supporters to basically beat up the people who are in the crowd and he'll pay their legal fees. Someone who encouraged people in the audience to rough up anyone who stands up and says something he doesn't like. And I think the media bears some responsibility. For too long, those comments were ignored. Some people thought they're cute. And he's got an extraordinary amount of coverage for all the stuff he says that's outrageous. Every time Donald Trump offends someone, says something ridiculous, says something offensive, it's wall-to-wall coverage, and it's only elevated him even more. And so I think we all look at this and say everyone bears responsibility for what's happening. But the result is, this is what a culture and a society looks like when everybody says whatever the heck they want. When everyone just goes around saying, I'm just going to speak my mind. If I'm angry, it gives me the right to say or do anything I want. Well, there are other people that are angry, too. And if they speak out and say whatever they want, the result is it all breaks down. It's called chaos. It's called anarchy. And that's what we're careening towards in our political process. The great thing about our republic is that we settle our differences in this country at the ballot box, not with guns or bayonets or violence. And you wonder whether we're headed in a different direction today, where we're no longer able or capable of having differences of opinion, but in fact now protests become a license to take violence, to take on your opponents physically. I think forget about the election for a moment. There's a broader issue in our political culture in this country. And this is what happens when a leading presidential candidate goes around feeding into a narrative of anger and bitterness and frustration. And I think we all need to take a step back and ask ourselves, are we contributing to this? Because if this continues, I don't think this country will continue to be ripped apart at the seams, and we will be incapable of solving any of the major issues that we have.